Oh shoot, I have no lip. I gotta have a lip on, so yes, 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 yes. Whew. This makeup been on all day. Whew. Brought to you by God's Hair. Yes, yes. If you want to order Avon from me, let me know. Let me know. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the material. Look at the material. Wonder should I change the lighting? Wonder. Am I warm tone? Am I cool? Am I cool? Oh. I thought some people would be on. Okay. World goals. We're going to work on world goals. Goals for the whole entire world. Equality, number 1. 2, women leadership. Number 3, therapy. Number 4, health care for all. Number 5, less bills. Number 6, more places to relax. Communities strictly for families. Communities strictly for single people. Community strictly for seniors. So, separate communities. Number 8. uh, reasonable pricing for groceries and utilities. Number 9. You get a tax credit if you have your own garden, where you grow your own vegetables. Tax credit for growing own vegetables. Oh shoot. Tax credit for growing your own vegetables. For growing your own vegetables. Number 10. Tax credit for you not getting pregnant and you're not married. Scholarship, oh no. You didn't get pregnant. No pregnancy. And you get school paid for. And 1 year of free living. 1 year of free living. 1 year of free rent paid. Okay. If your kids have good grades, if your kids have good grades, Number 11. Kids, good grades. You get tax credits. You get a $10,000 if the kid makes it to high school grad. And you get a discount on their college. Discount on college. Rule number 12. If you commit a crime that's low level, there'll be 4 tiers of crime. 4 tiers of crime. First tier, low level, first level, something petty, what I would call petty theft. You have a fine of $3,000. You have a fine of $3,000 if you do a petty theft. Tier 2, offense against someone else. Offense against another person. But no serious injury. Petty theft and drug use. I'm going to do that for number 1. No, Tier 2. Offense against another person, but no serious injury. Your fine is $12,000 and community service. And you can't move. Have to live in a required area. Okay. And you have to go to class. Level 3. Tier 3. You committed bodily injury against another person. Bodily injury against another person. Your fine is $25,000. Community service. You have to go to a 6-month class. 6-month class. You have to live in a state area. Live in required area for a year. Now tier 4 is murder, abuse, and DV. All those are 8-year confinement, 2 years of classes, $80,000, $100,000 fine, and lifetime required registered living. So, let me go over my world. If I'm in charge, which I could be any minute of the day, you never know. If I am in charge, okay, I have some world goals. First one, equality. Everybody is equal across the board. There's no you are better than me. There's none of that. Equality across the board in my world. Equality across the board. Nobody has the upper hand. Equality. Women leadership is number 2 of my world goals. Women in leadership. Okay? Taking charge. Getting stuff in order and organized. Cleaned up. No more dirty cities and places. No more people not eating. No more people not having being able to see a doctor. None of that. Women leadership will end all that craziness. Everybody will have a home. Everybody will have something to eat. This planet is plentiful. Okay. Especially if you use things correctly on this planet, everybody can have a little bit of something. There's no reason to kill everybody off, starve everybody to death, torture people. There's absolutely no reason, because everybody can have a little bit of something. Greed will not be tolerated on my planet. Everybody will be able to go to therapy. If you feel like you're slipping away, you can go to therapy. There's no charge. No charge on my planet. Therapy is free for everybody across the whole entire globe. Healthcare. On my planet, healthcare is free for everybody. Everybody can go to a doctor. You can go see a doctor. You bust your knee open. You can get your knee fixed. Your liver start hanging out your body. You can get it pushed back in. If your stomach start gargling and you start having problems and digestion issues, you can see a doctor. You don't have a bill. No money's coming out of your paycheck. In my world, there's less bills, okay? There is less bills, okay? You don't have to pay this person, that person. You sign up for a package, okay? In that package includes your rent, utilities, everything for that one package. Everything is included. You only pay one person and that's it. There's no mail this, pay this, log on. Ain't a whole bunch of logins. It's one login. You pay one package and that's it. One package plan. We might have about 6 different plans. You choose a plan that fits you and you pay that and that's it. And that money gets dispersed to those people that take care of the rent, the utilities, or whatever. So it's one package plan. You pick your plan, that's your plan. You pay nobody else. You don't pay nobody else. No utility bill. You don't have to pay no separate bills nowhere. You pay one plan on my planet. Now, the next thing is on my planet, we got more places to relax, release your mind, to free yourself from the day-to-day. So there's more places to relax, sit down, take a break, enjoy the weather, enjoy the breeze, enjoy the environment, beautiful scenery. The scenery is going to be top-notch on my planet. Um, Now, for people who want to be in certain communities, I will create communities for seniors, communities for families, communities for single people. Okay? Those communities, it won't be based on your color, this color, none of that. It is based on your family dynamic. Are you a single person? You know, the single people will have their own area with clubs and all that kind of stuff and all that kind of stuff. And then the seniors will have activities. They'll be surrounded by other seniors and caretakers and stuff like that. So, and families will be surrounded by other families and have activities and all kinds of stuff to do. So different communities. Okay. So that's on in my planet. Now, what did I write here? Um, oh, reasonable prices for groceries. Also will be in a plan. So you pick your plan and you pick how much you want to spend on groceries every month and you stick with that plan and you can buy up to whatever amount. So say you only want to spend $200 a month. You can get 50 items for $200 a month. It doesn't matter the price of the item or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Why do they keep popping up? Uh, it doesn't matter the price of the item. You can, uh, um, what am I gonna say? You you can buy it through a plan. So if your grocery budget is $200 a month, you can get 50 items for $200 every single month, no matter what it is. Steak, shrimp, chicken. You only get 50 items, $200 a month. So you have that kind of plan. Then, okay. Oh, also, if you grow your own vegetables, you get a tax credit for growing your own vegetables. That would be a tax credit. You grow your own food, you will get a tax credit. Okay. Now, if you avoid pregnancy without being married, like you stay single, you're not married, you're not pregnant, or nothing like that, you get your school paid for. Your college is free. Okay? Your college is free. But this is only good up until you're 25 years old. No, to you're about 30 years old. 30 years old is when this is good until. So if you stay working, not pregnant, not married, not messing up your life, we will pay your school tuition. Let's go to the next page. If you have kids and you are in a family unit and you have kids and your kids have good grades, okay, you will get tax credit for your kids having good grades. You also get $10,000 when they graduate high school with those good grades. Also, you will get a discount on college because of those good grades and possibly a free ride. Now, here go my 4 tiers of crime. Okay, if you are committing crime out here on my planet. Petty theft and, things like drug use and all that, $3,000 fine. Okay? Just a $3,000 fine. You don't have to go to jail, just a $3,000 fine. Tier 2, like offense against another person, but you did not cause them any type of serious injury, you gotta pay $12,000, do community service, and you have to take classes, and you have to live in a registered area according to the state, meaning that you cannot move out this area until your time is up. So you won't be in jail, but you will stay in an area where you have to live there under surveillance for a period of time. Tier 3, you did bodily injury against another person. You have to pay a $25,000 fine, community service, 6 months, take a 6-month class. You have to live in a registered area for a year, meaning that you cannot move out this area for a whole year. You're not in jail, but you have to stay in this area for a whole entire year. Tier 4, you decided to take somebody's life, abuse somebody, domestic violence or something. You will be in an 8-year solitary confinement, okay? You'll be in there, and you will have to take 2 years of classes. Also, you have a $100,000 fine, and you have to be a lifelong resident. Hey, Woo Woo, how you doing? You have to be a lifelong registered resident of the state, meaning that you are not allowed to live outside of the state unless there is an appeal filed to get you out of that state. Other than that, you gotta stay there. So that is my rules for my planet. Okay, that's my rules. Those are all the things that you need to do in order to survive and live on the planet when I'm in charge. If I'm in charge of everybody, these are the things that has to happen. I think the most striking thing is having all your bills in one plan. You don't have to pay this person, that person, that person. All your bills are in one plan. You choose a plan that fits you, and that's it. You don't have to pay everybody. Okay? You don't have to pay everybody. And if you need extra money for something, if you need extra money, you can do community service things to get the extra funds. You don't have to go and do something crazy like rob a bank or get out some crazy loan or something like that. If you need extra money, you do stuff for the community, and the government will give you the money for serving your community. That is what my plan is. Okay? So it streamlines everything. It takes the headache out of your brain. It puts you in the driver's seat of life. It makes things easier for you. You don't have to go into work feeling hate in your mind, or feeling deprived, or feeling like you can't get here and there in life. No. Equality on my planet is straight up equality. Everybody will have opportunities. There will be plans. There will be discipline for people that cannot get it together. Discipline, okay? We won't have a whole bunch of nasty people being rude and nasty. And really, if you are caught on social media on my planet being nasty and evil to another person, that is considered tier 1. That means you pay a $3,000 fine every time you get caught up, and you get caught saying bad things to somebody. So you say you have a bad day and you decide to get online and call somebody a monkey juice. You call somebody monkey juice on the social media. You like you fat back monkey or something like that. You call somebody some type of name or something like that. You are going to pay a fine. You are going to pay a fine like you ain't never paid a fine before. And if you do not pay that fine, okay, you do not pay that fine, we revoke all privileges from you. You won't have no driver's license. You won't be able to drive nowhere. You won't be able to do anything. You have to pay the fine, okay? But every time you say something horrible, that's counted against you. And 6 strikes, you go into confinement, okay? You go into straight up confinement. If you always talking about somebody's feet too big, they back too big, you have these episodes where you just talking about fat people and ugly people and all this kind of stuff. You keep having these rants going on. We may export you to a whole nother planet. I don't know. I make the rules, but I'm saying we could export you to a whole nother planet, put you on a whole nother spreadsheet if we have to. So on my planet, this is what we are doing. This is what we are doing. Now, if you want me to be in charge, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that I can be boosted up, so that I can be in charge to get us to a better place in life. Because right now, there's a lot of craziness going on, a lot of uncertainty. People want to start fights for no reason, all this kind of crazy stuff. Let me tell you something. All we need is one person with a positive mindset to encourage everybody to live at peace, to be at peace, and to understand everybody you run into ain't your enemy. Everybody is not your enemy, okay? Some people just want to go to work, go home, paint, sit down, have a cup of coffee. That's it. There are some people who just want to get off work, take their kids to their soccer practice, watch the soccer game, have a few jokes with the guys or the gals at the game, the other mothers and fathers, and go home, tuck their kids in bed, and go to sleep. You know what I mean? Some people just want to do that. There are some people who just want to sit next to their grandma and listen to her tell all kinds of stories about the old times and how she used to make the best apple pie and all that, how she fell in love with your grandpa and all that kind of stuff. There are some people who just want to do that. There are some people who just want to go for a walk in the park with their dog and watch their dog play with other dogs and run and have fun and enjoy the sunlight beaming on their face and go home, feed their dog, and cuddle up in the bed. There are some people like that. Then there are other people that don't want none of that. They just want to be mean and horrible people. There are people out here who live off drama and craziness. They fueled by meanness and nastiness and craziness. And I don't know how far these people are willing to go to express their anger and their craziness, but we all have to have a come to Jesus moment. If you believe in Jesus, you believe in God, you should believe that everybody deserves fair treatment, regardless, across the board. It should never be you get treatment and you get bad treatment. You get good treatment and you get bad treatment. It should not be that. Okay? Unless it's something warranted. Like you did something awful against another person. Like you did something, you committed the highest level of crime against somebody else, causing them bodily injury where they can't recover, or they stay gone. Other than that, you should treat people very well. Very well. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it to the upstairs room. Y'all not gonna make it because you got hate in your heart. You worry about the wrong things, and hate don't get you nowhere. Hate don't get you nowhere. Okay, hating on people that you ain't never met, ain't never sat at a table with, ain't talked to, for what? We've been so many years in the game. We've been so many years together on this planet. Okay? I want everybody to really think about that. We have all been on this planet together for years. A very long time. A very long time. Okay? And some of us have died and gone. And now some of us are still here, holding on, waiting to our last day. So why spend your time being evil and mean and nasty and pointing fingers at other people, and just being a horrible person? I really don't understand that. Why you want to spend your time building up your blood pressure? You know what I mean? Blood pressure medicine is expensive. Why you want to take extra medicine just because you got hate in your body and your mind? It doesn't make any sense to think like that. To constantly, always just upset this person and that person and this person. You're not meant to control other people. You control yourself. You don't need to control Joe Schmo over here. You don't need to control so-and-so over here. Control yourself. We are here to improve our life. Hello, Jayla. We are here on this planet to improve our knowledge, our life, and have a good time until it's our last day. Because believe it or not, we all got a last day. We all got an expiration date. Okay, everybody on this planet got an expiration date. You just don't know when your expiration date is. Nobody knows. So why live your days with hate and coldness and craziness in your heart, in your mind, not willing to listen to people, not willing to understand other people's experiences? Just because that's not your experience don't mean that experience don't exist. People go through a lot of things. Right now, we all driving down the street, on the highway, hundreds of us on the highway, and about 20 people on that highway probably thinking about not wanting to be here no more. They driving and they barely here. They mind barely here. You got another 20 people who thinking about divorce as they driving on the highway. You got another 20 people that is fighting an addiction. They driving on the highway and trying to deal with their alcohol, drug issue, the whole nine. You got another 20 people that just lost somebody. They grieving a terrible loss. And they just trying to drive to get to work. Somebody, about 50 to 100 people can't pay their bills. And they driving on the highway to get to their job, hoping that they can keep their job. Hoping that this check will be enough to pay whatever bill they got. Everybody has all kinds of stories, but there are a lot of people that have similar stories. There's a lot of people that going through the same thing. Husband left you, wife left you, you got to pay child support, you've been in jail. I mean, the stories are always repeat themselves. I hear these stories all the time. You robbing Peter to pay Paul. Hey, man, you robbing Peter? Yeah, man, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul too. And I think that's what, TikTok community is. It's more about people sharing common experiences. Somebody can make a video and say, I'm living in my car. You have about 50 people in the comments that say, I'm living in my car too. You can have a TikTok, somebody on TikTok be like, I lost my job today. About 100 people will admit and say, I lost my job too. Oh man, yeah, I lost my job too. I I was farting at work and they fired me. You know what I mean? You know, somebody can lose their job just like that. You know, so uh, TikTok TikTok is about finding things in common with other people. That's what it's about. And a lot of people get on there and air their grievances about their marriages. My husband, he don't buy me no birthday card, no birthday nothing. He don't do anything for me. Okay? Let me turn this right here slightly. Alright. He don't buy me no birthday card. He don't do this. He don't do that. And then you see about 20 women in the comments talking about, yeah, my husband, he don't do that for me either. He don't buy me nothing. He ain't never brought me a birthday card, anniversary card. He ain't never brought me a flower, or chocolate, or nothing. And about 50 other women say, I'm going through the same damn thing. We all have common experiences. All of us have these common experiences. You know, you got women that make plus size videos and say, they can't find no dresses in their size, clothes, and that kind of stuff. And about 100 women be in the comments, yeah, I can't find nothing to fit either. You're never alone. I mean, really, social media in general brings together people who have these common experiences. And if we all having these experiences, these challenges, these things in life, why hate on the next person? Why be mean and cold and awful to people? You have no idea what people going through. Some girl reject you because she didn't want to give you her phone number. And it's because she just broke up. She just got out of a horrible relationship. And who want to go through another one? So she told you no. It's not the end of the end of life. I want people to understand that we all go through common things, common experiences. Not all people are bad and horrible, and there are people that do bad things across the board. Nobody is exactly a saint these days. There's a lot of people that do bad things. And there's a lot of people who do good things. And why not focus on the good in the world? Why not focus on the positive things in the world? Why not focus on the young kids that are going to college? They are wanting to have a better life, their education, than their parents and all that. Why not celebrate that? Why not have a positive outlook on that? Why not celebrate the person who just got they first car, first job? Those are things to be happy about and celebrate about. The person who did all the hard work and finally got a promotion. Those are things to be celebrating about. Those are things to have a good mind, a good positive outlook on. Every day doesn't have to be misery, and every day doesn't have to be you putting your foot on somebody's neck, basically, to keep them from rising up and all this kind of stuff. That's crazy work. Because if you was that good of a person and you that good of a this and that, your skills, your talent should outshine everybody else. And that's just the truth. Your skills, your talent, whatever, should outshine people. You shouldn't have to put everybody in a chokehold because you don't want them to get where you are or something like that. That's ridiculous. It is time to grow up. It is really time to grow up. Everybody's been in a mindset of a teenager or a child. You did that to me first. I'm telling. Remember, I'm telling. What has I'm telling turned into? We all know what that has turned into. I'm telling. Now we have people who don't know how to be adults. We are living in the playground of children in a way. That's what we living in. There are people who are scared to be adults. They want to be kids for as long as they can. So they say crazy things. They are mean and horrible and refusing to grow up. You know, you know a movie I blame all this on? Peter Pan. Peter Pan didn't want to grow up. He wanted to act a fool, be like a kid, fly over here, do this, do that. He didn't want to grow up. And now we have a whole country of people who refuse to grow into their mature brain. They don't even want to think. They let this one person tell them, "Oh, this is the answer," instead of looking for the answer. They let people tell them this is the answer. No research, just going off of sound bites and news clippings and headlines instead of doing any type of research. Just a childlike mindset. But I'm here to tell you, I'm from the past. And it's time to grow up. It is really time to grow up. What is jump? See, that's that childlike mindset. I don't know what that means. It is time to step into your mature brain and start thinking like an adult and start acting like teenagers in high school. We are not in high school. We are adults, and everybody needs to act like adults. When you're on the highway and you're driving, you need to act like a mature adult. You're not a child. When you're in the grocery store and you buying your grocery, put your stuff in the cart, go to the register and pay for your stuff and go home. You don't need to throw a tantrum in the grocery store. You don't need to follow people around in the grocery store. You're not police. You don't need to do that. They don't need you to do their job. Everybody really needs to take some time away, maybe from social media, and really start to sink into your mature brain, your mature brain. Because you can't be Peter Pan forever. You cannot be that forever. You cannot be that. It's time to grow up. It's really time to grow up. It is time to, you have no brain. What are you, Scarecrow? Look, it's time to grow up. Get yourself together. Everybody ain't your enemy. Okay? Everybody is not your enemy. It is time to get your mind together. You got an empty space there. Look, I don't know what to tell you. You got empty space there, it's just gonna be empty. Everybody wasn't promised a brain. But you can build your brain by going to the library. Go to the library, go sit there and open the book and let the book soak into your body. Sit there and let yourself marinate among the literature in the library. Let yourself marinate among the books. Don't leave. Don't leave until you have fully absorbed the information into the at the library. Stay there until you understand what's going on. You understand? Suggest you some books. I suggest you start reading some Edgar Allan Poe. Read you some Terry McMillan, some Zane. No, don't read that. Some Terry McMillan, some Maya Angelou. Read some Maya Angelou books. Read books about all black activists. Read books. Type here and pen. I ain't got time to be typing there and penning it. What do you mean typing pen? I don't have time. You know what I'll do? I will list it on my channel. If you go to my post on my channel where the bio is, I will make a post and I'll put all the books that you need to read. Now, I don't know how that's going to help you since you don't have no brain, but I will put the books there. Hopefully you can read it. Okay? And you read those books and you get a better understanding and grip on life so you can build a mature brain. Cause we don't need nobody. We don't need more people who refuse to understand the truth, who live in an illusion of lies. The lying, the illusion is too much for me. I'm lucky that I'm old. I'm old now, so I ain't got too much time on this planet anyway. I'm old. So whatever happens with all the craziness going on, it is what it is. You know. I'm gonna pray for y'all while I'm under the ground. I'm old. I'm like Atari AOL old. Hello TV, how you doing? Good evening. I am a very old person. I'm like a dinosaur, almost dinosaur old. I'm BC. Yeah, I'm an old person. I was just going over TV. I was going over, not 19, I was going over how I would change the world and all the stuff I wrote down for how I would change the world. And then I was talking to Bilal about reading and going to the library. So I wrote down, how I'm going to change the world. If y'all gave me the chance, like, share, and subscribe so that I can get the chance to run the world. You be in better hands with me. Trust me. Trust me. If I garnered enough people on my side, everything would be fixed. Like it'd be put the most smartest people in charge, scientists making improvements every minute of the day. All the cures would be done because there's a cure for everything already. You just don't have access to it. So I would make all the cures available. People wouldn't be hurt no more. You get the surgery. If your hip is falling out your body, you're going to get that surgery. I don't care about costs. So, we can all live in my world of peace, and harmony and cleanliness, safe environment, beautiful scenery, laughing, enjoying life, enjoying our different experiences. So like, share, and subscribe if you want to share a part of my world. Cause I could be in charge. I'm telling you, I could do it. I could do it. I get this stuff cleaned up so quick. It wouldn't be a garbage. No garbage nowhere. It'd be clean, clean all over. I wouldn't play. Every state would be clean. Okay, every state would be tip top clean. Everybody would be educated. Everybody have a place to live. Everybody would have access to health care, gyms, good food, get tax credits for this and that. You know, none of this craziness, none of this trying to keep one person down or keep everybody at this level by making things so expensive and all this stuff. I wouldn't do none of that stuff, because really in reality they don't have to make prices that high. They do it because they can. The planet doesn't require, you know, somebody to pay a 900 light bill. The planet don't require that. People are asking for that because that's what they want. But the planet itself ain't requiring you to pay no $900 phone bill and all this kind of stuff. How really, twinkle twinkle little star. So, you know, a lot of these prices and all these costs are just, people just made it up and said, "Wow, I wonder what people are willing to pay." I blame this on, also on, not only Peter Pan, but I also blame it on people playing house when they was kids. You know when you play house when you was kids, somebody was always the banker, and the banker always wanted to take your money. I also blame this on the Monopoly game too. The Monopoly game was fun until it ain't fun now that it's real life. It's not fun no more. You know, every time you cross that board, everything get expensive. So it's not fun at all. That's why people probably don't even hardly play Monopoly. Is because we are living in it. We are living in it. We are the living Monopoly board, Sims characters right now. You know, somebody could be controlling me. I don't even know. All I know is that if you put me in charge of the world, I would guarantee equality. I would guarantee women leadership, therapy, less bills, uh, more places to relax, separate communities, reasonable prices, tax credits for school, tax credits for not getting pregnant before you graduate high school. All kind of credits, stuff that matters instead of stuff that keeps people down. You know, I'm tired of the the people trying to keep people down. That's crazy. We all deserve. We all here, so that means we all deserve to be here, and we all deserve a chance at having a good life until our last day. Nobody should be miserable on this planet while while they trying to live. It makes absolutely no sense. But maybe, one day things will get better and people will start to realize that you are a reflection of the other person. So however you treat them is basically a reflection on you. And at this time, karma is so bad these days You can't afford to treat people badly because bad things happen. You know, karma is crazy right now. You do something crazy, and something crazy happens. It happens all the time. I know when I talk to my mama, and she called me, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't feel like coming over today, or I don't, I tell her I'm not coming. Are you coming over today? No, I'm not coming. Some days I feel like, oh, I should have told her I was coming. Because if I don't, it's always something happening. Every time she called me and she want me to come over, and I tell her, no, I'm busy. Something always crazy happened to me. I burned my hand on the stove. Crazy stuff like that. You know. I lose my keys and can't go where I wanted to go. Stuff like that. Just all kind of crazy karma be happening to me because I told my mama no. So we have to be very careful about the energy we put out into the world. Okay, be very careful because the world is listening. We have to be very, 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 very careful. But all I know is everybody needs to just be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. It doesn't hurt to be nice and sweet. Like me. Be like me. Be like me, be nice and be sweet and be kind. Be a good person. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you like this video, read my bio, and go to my post to see my latest post that I have on here. And remember that we are no longer Peter Pan. We are grown-ups. And we need to treat people with respect and dignity no matter what. Respect and dignity. And that's all. I gotta go. Bye.